Tom Hanks watched a kid stuff his pockets with food from the craft services table. Sandwiches, fruit, granola bars, anything he could grab. The kid was maybe 12 years old. He looked terrified. He looked hungry. A security guard was already walking toward him. But Tom got there first. He didn't grab the kid. He didn't yell. He did something that made the security guard stop in his tracks. And what Tom discovered in the next 10 minutes made him cancel the rest of his shooting day. Don't click away, because where this kid was taking that food will destroy you. Subscribe right now. This is why I make these videos. April 22nd, 2015. Paramount Studios, Los Angeles. 12:30 p.m. Craft services on a movie set is a beautiful thing. Tables covered with food, sandwiches, wraps, fruit, chips, candy, drinks, all free, all you can eat. For the cast and crew, but not for outsiders. Definitely not for random kids who snuck onto the lot. Tom was walking to his trailer when he saw the boy. Small, skinny, wearing clothes that were too big for him. Probably hand-me-downs. He was at the craft services table, shoving food into his jacket pockets, moving fast, looking over his shoulder every few seconds. He wasn't eating the food, he was stealing it, taking as much as he could carry. A security guard spotted him. "Hey, kid, stop right there." The boy froze. His eyes went wide. He looked like a trapped animal. The guard started walking toward him. Fast, angry. Tom moved faster. He stepped between the guard and the boy. "I got this." The guard looked confused. "Mr. Hanks, this kid snuck onto the lot. He's stealing food. I need to call LAPD. "No, you don't." "I said I got this. Go take a break." "But sir, now." The guard walked away, reluctantly. Tom turned to the boy. The kid was shaking. Tears were forming in his eyes. He was waiting to be screamed at, waiting to be hit, waiting for whatever punishment was coming. "What's your name?" The boy didn't answer. "Hey, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to call the cops. I just want to know your name." "Diego." "Diego, how old are you?" 11. 11. And you snuck onto a movie studio to steal food. That's pretty brave. Stupid, but brave. Diego didn't know how to respond. "Here's what I don't understand," Tom continued. "You're not eating the food, you're putting it in your pockets, which means you're taking it somewhere, to someone. Who?" Diego's jaw tightened. He wasn't going to answer. "Diego, I'm trying to help you, but I can't help if you don't talk to me. Why would you help me? I'm a thief." "You're a hungry kid who took some sandwiches. That's not a thief. That's a survivor. Now tell me, who's the food for?" Diego was quiet for a long moment. Then he broke. "My brothers. I have 2 little brothers. They're hungry. They're always hungry. And I don't know what else to do." Here's what Tom didn't know yet. Diego's story was about to get a lot worse. "Where are your parents?" "My mom works, 3 jobs, she's never home. She leaves money for food, but it's never enough, not for 3 kids." "And your dad?" "Gone, prison. He's been gone for 2 years." "Who watches you and your brothers when your mom is working?" "I do." "You? You're 11. I know how old I am." Tom knelt down so he was eye level with Diego. "How long have you been taking care of them?" "Since my dad went away. My mom couldn't afford daycare, so I had to step up." "And the food? How long have you been finding food like this?" Diego looked at the ground. "A few months. At first, I would find stuff in dumpsters behind restaurants. Then I figured out that movie sets have food just sitting there. Nobody watches it. Nobody counts it." "How many times have you done this?" "This is my 3rd studio. I got caught at the other 2. They just kicked me out. Didn't call the cops because I'm a kid." Tom felt something twist in his gut. An 11-year-old boy, running a circuit of movie studios, stealing food to feed his little brothers, because his mom worked 3 jobs and it still wasn't enough. Diego, where do you live? I'm not telling you that. Why not? Because if you know where I live, you'll call CPS, and they'll take my brothers away, they'll split us up. I can't let that happen, they're all I have. What if I promise not to call CPS? Why would I believe you? Because I'm going to do something better. I'm going to come with you, right now. I want to see where you live, I want to meet your brothers. Diego stared at him. You're Tom Hanks. I know. Why would Tom Hanks want to see where I live? Because you just stole food for your brothers, and you looked more scared of losing them than of getting arrested. That tells me everything I need to know about who you are. Tom canceled his afternoon scenes. The director wasn't happy. Tom didn't care. He drove Diego home. Home was an apartment in East L.A., 4th floor of a building that should have been condemned. Water stains on the ceiling, holes in the walls, the smell of mold everywhere. Diego's brothers were inside, waiting. One was 8, one was 6. They were sitting on a mattress on the floor, watching a small TV with a cracked screen. When Diego walked in with food, their faces lit up. Diego, you got food? I told you I would. They grabbed the sandwiches like they hadn't eaten in days. Maybe they hadn't. Tom stood in the doorway, watching. This was what America looked like for millions of kids. Hungry, scared, taking care of each other because nobody else would. Diego, where's your mom right now? Working. She works at a restaurant until 3, then a cleaning job until 8, then night shift at a factory until 4 a.m. When does she sleep? I don't know. A few hours. Mom's phone number. Why? Because I'm Mom's phone number. Why? Because I want to talk to her. Not about you stealing food, about helping your family. She doesn't take charity. Good, neither do I. I'm not offering charity, I'm offering a job. Diego's mom was named Maria. She cried when Tom Hanks called her. Not because she was excited to talk to a celebrity, because she was ashamed. Ashamed that her son had to steal food. Ashamed that she couldn't provide. Ashamed of everything. Tom didn't let her apologize. Maria, your son is incredible. He's been taking care of his brothers because you're working yourself to death to keep a roof over their heads. That's not something to be ashamed of. That's something to be proud of. I try so hard, Mr. Hanks. I work every hour I can, but it's never enough. I know, that's not your fault. The system is broken, but we can fix your situation if you'll let me. Here's what Tom did. He hired Maria, full-time job on his production team. Not a pity job, a real job. Craft services coordination. She was good at organizing, good at feeding people. It was a perfect fit. $55,000 a year, benefits, normal hours, no more 3 jobs, no more never seeing her kids, no more watching Diego become a parent at 11 years old. He got the family a new apartment, 2 bedrooms, clean, safe, a building with working heat and no mold. He enrolled Diego's brothers in an after-school program. Real child care, real meals, real supervision. And Diego? Diego got to be a kid again. No more stealing food. No more watching his brothers. No more carrying the weight of an entire family on his shoulders. He joined a soccer team, made friends, got a childhood back. Today, Diego Reyes is 21 years old. He's in college, full scholarship, studying social work. He wants to help kids like him. Kids who grow up too fast, kids who carry too much. His brothers are 18 and 16, both in school, both healthy, both with a future. Maria still works in the film industry. She's a unit production manager now. Makes 6 figures, owns her home. She keeps a photo on her desk. It's her, Diego, and his brothers, standing outside their old apartment building. The one with the mold and the holes in the walls. Next to it is a second photo. Same people, standing outside their new home, smiling. Diego sends Tom a card every year on April 22nd, the anniversary of the day he got caught stealing food. The card always says the same thing. Thank you for not calling security. Thank you for calling yourself. And Tom always writes back, thank you for being brave enough to steal for your brothers. That took more courage than anything I've ever done on screen. That's the story. A kid stealing sandwiches, a security guard ready to call the cops, a movie star who saw something different. Not a thief, a brother. Not a crime, a cry for help. That's what happens when you look past the action to the person. That's Tom Hanks.